Hello everyone! Welcome back to English 9 class. This is Teacher Adam. It's my joy to help you learn today. We are off to tackling the second to the last topic for this quarter. I hope you guys still remember the first 6 lessons that we had. Before we add another topic to that list, I want you to watch and react to this video first.
Okay. Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the US on a world map. Why do you think this is?
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere such as, and I believe that they should, our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Thank you very much, South Carolina.
Have you ever been in that same situation where you were asked a question that you just couldn't answer? It may be a very embarrassing moment indeed. Good thing, today we are going to talk about ways on how you can avoid having such bad experience, as you will be learning how to respond to questions properly. Before our discussion begins, I'd like to acknowledge the source of our lesson, the University of Leicester Student Learning Development. Do you get nervous during question and answer sessions? As much as this is natural to most people, this is something that you must avoid. There will come a time when your answer to a question may make or break you, and your nerves just won't help. Responding to questions may happen anytime. It can be in a simple class discussion like this, when your teacher suddenly asks you a question about a previous lesson, or at home, when a family member wants to know something from you. It may also happen in very important events in life. This could be a university interview or a job interview. Moments you cannot afford to mess up. Today's lesson will prepare you for those important life moments. Here are the following steps that will help you respond effectively to questions thrown at you. The first step is to listen. It is important that you let the person asking finish his or her question before you form your best answer. Frequently, questions can change direction at the last moment, particularly if the one asking the question is thinking on his or her feet. You have to hear the content of the question, understand the points raised, and even decipher the questioner's intention. The second step is to understand. If you are not sure that you comprehended the question, the best thing to do is to clarify. Go back to the area of inquiry and confirm if you got the question correctly before going any further. You may directly confirm from the person who asked the question if you understood the question correctly by paraphrasing it. Check if you are heading the right direction. Third, communicate and involve. It is important to remember that though you are taking a question from a member of the audience, as the presenter, you are still responsible for the interest and engagement of the other members of the audience. Remember that audience in large group may get bored if the question and answer presentation becomes a one-to-one discussion. To involve the rest of the audience, avoid potentially extended dialogue with the one who asked the question. Make sure that the whole audience hears and understands the exchange of ideas. Fourth is to respond. Whenever you give your answer to a question, direct it to both the questioner and the members of the audience. Keep your responses as focused as possible. Your response must be as brief as possible. This will help preserve space for other questions. To avoid going into much detail, stop and check back with the questioner if you are able to answer his or her query. Last step, allow possible follow-up questions. Letting your audience express their understanding of your topic through questions shows a high level of respect. When your audience has questions, it means that your topic still has much further score for inquiry. Follow-up questions after the discussion is an effective way to encourage the members of the audience to get involved. For your exercise, here is a challenge that I want you to do to practice responding to questions properly. I'll be asking you a question, and you will have a minute to construct your answer. Assess yourself if you will be able to give a quick response that may be considered comprehensive and sensible. A 1-minute timer is already prepared for you. Are you ready? Here is my question. How will you describe a globally competitive student? Your 1 minute starts now.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Before we end this discussion, allow me to share with you a Bible verse related to our lesson. Jeremiah 33:3. Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. If there's someone who responds properly, not just to our questions, but to our prayers too, it is none other than the Lord. Our verse for today is a great promise to hold on to. That every time we call upon the name of the Lord, He will answer us and will even show great and mighty things beyond what we can expect. He supplies our needs according to His riches and even blesses us more than what we deserve. Glory to the God who answers prayers. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. If there are parts of the discussion that are unclear to you, you have the choice to watch this video again, or you may also take note of your questions, then let's talk about them on our live session. Before I say goodbye, I'd like to acknowledge and thank the following sources that made this learning material possible. It's a wrap. Once again, thank you, God bless, stay safe, till I see you again. This is Teacher Adam, signing off. Bye!